Alright guys, well, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a fat minute since I've actually uploaded anything, and today we're back with actually quite the upgrade. As you can see, I'm now running 300 FPS, give or take, on movie settings. You know, just a casual movie setting at 300 FPS while recording. And you know what? This upgrade has been well worth it. I'm now rocking a 5070 NVIDIA, obviously, 12 gigabyte V card GPU with a 9800 X3D Ryzen 7 and 32 gigabytes of RAM. And let me tell you, this thing is a freaking beast. Like I turn this on, and I was like, okay, cool, all right. I'm testing around, failing it up, setting it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing literally blows everything I've ever owned, computer-wise, out of the water. Now, last year ago, I had a laptop with the 4060. Sadly, I had to give that one up. But man, this thing is just perfection. Absolute perfection. Now, I'm working on getting a different mic. I'm actually borrowing my roommate's mic for this one. That's why it's kind of quiet. But, I mean, let's get back to the show. So today we're flying out the Meteor Mark 8. But before we get on this meteor, I wanted to discuss a couple things with you guys regarding the channel. So I know the past 6 months or so, it's been kind of rough with the channel. Been kind of unmotivated, been kind of, unable to play, unable to record because of my equipment or the time. I'm actually currently working 140 hours per pay period. Sadly, no overtime, but commission's nice. Excuse me. But let's get right to it. So my goal, my plan that I'm going to be doing for the channel regarding War Thunder. War Thunder is going to be the mainstay of this channel. I will be adding other games as time goes on, such as the Isle, Hearts of Iron 4, Halo, Jurassic World Evolution, just kind of a variety of games. But War Thunder should become the mainstay unless something happens to change. Like, honestly, if I get tired of the game and I don't make content on it for a little bit, that's, it's kind of how it is. But for right now, the next few months, the plan is this. I will be uploading 3 War Thunder videos a week. If one week will be dedicated to one single nation. This week will be Britain. We will be seeing the Meteor Mark 8 as you see here, the Spitfire Mark 9, and the Typhoon Mark 1B. Plan for this week. Next week, we'll move on to America, then Germany, then Russia, and so on and so forth, just to add a little bit more variety into what's being flown out. Because I know I tend to have a little bit of a bias towards the American aircraft, and what can I say? They're the playstyle I learned to actually be good in the game, so kind of a little biased there. But hopefully, we got some more stuff coming up in the pipeline, better quality intros, some other stuff. And let's get right back to it. Alright guys, welcome back to the Meteor Mark 8, and we're going to start this video off pretty strong by diving on this unsuspecting poor A5. Really gotta work on situational awareness there, buddy. And as you see, we're, kind of surrounded. We do have quite substantial amount of energy, especially for this type of aircraft, which is more of support slash, defensive flyer. And we're just kind of surveying, seeing what we need to be, seeing where we need to go, because we don't want to get caught below a bunch of enemies. That's just no bueno. We're gonna spike up for this A5 Saber and just kind of jump scare him. But in all honesty, I kind of pull a skill issue and we cannot find him. Now, the beauty of, the Meteor Mark 8 isn't just because it's British. It's because it has two pretty strong engines, and the airframe doesn't like it turns really. It has a great energy retention. Is what I'm trying to say. It accelerates, I mean, decently fast, but it's not the best in terms of acceleration. But it holds it really well, especially in a turn. We're going for the furball. The reason I'm not going directly in is because I see the G91, and I would rather not have a G91 on my six. That's just asking for a bad time. We're turning in to kill for these two, and I see two things. The G91 is pulling a 180, and the F9F is going straight up, making him the high priority target, not necessarily because he's more dangerous, but because he's put himself in a slower enough position for me to be able to just nab him down. Another thing, I could have gone for that slower G91 there, but you kind of have to read the room with maneuvers, especially at this battle rating. Because if I would have gone for a G91, that demon would have totally just nabbed me. Curtis will shut me down, no problems. A5 Saber is turning in, but I know he's not going to get guns on target, so we're going to go for him real quick. Swift crit. G91 does the same mistake as the A5 Saber does, but, you know, I miss because that's just kind of a staple in this channel. And this A5 tries to get shots on, but I just jink it, roll out of the way, little road rudder. And Sixth Sense activated, apparently, because that demon almost slammed right into me with 420mm. Now I'm low and slow in a rate fight with 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. I'm going to turn on the combat flaps because I need to end this fight as fast as possible. I'm not quite going to get the shot here, but he decides to go straight up. Now, that demon really should have killed me if he had come into that head on. Which I don't know why the demon went up. And now I have not only one guy, but two guys who stalled themselves out, trying to keep up with me in turn. And that's kind of the beauty of this plane. Is that, yes, some things can pull hard on you, but in a sustained dogfight, not many things can keep with you. Like a Venom might be able to do a little bit. A Mk-15, Mk-17 will give you issues. But that's honestly about it. And this demon has just so kindly slowed himself down for me. Now, if only my aim wasn't as bad as it is. I don't know why, but sometimes my aim just goes in and out like an off switch. I'm just freaking just... yeah. I mean, enough said. And this is what I kind of find interesting about players, is that they don't really know how the aircraft tends to work. Because yes, the demon does turn quite well, and I'll give it that. But only when it has speed. I have no idea what's shooting at me right now. Narrowly dodged that. Narrowly dodged this. But people don't realize that because it's pulling so much AOA that's losing all its speed, and then they just kind of get stunning ducks. And it just 360 no scope deck. Moving on. And now we're extending away. That is 6 kills, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get 7th here in the kill feed in a little bit. And you know what? This is a first for me. I've never actually played a game where some as legit. No, I've never. Like I said, I've never had anyone be genuinely scared of me in the chat and come forward. It's quite interesting. Now, this F3H demon definitely had the right sort of game plan, but he got it into his head that he could not kill me. Little does he know, I only have 48 rounds of cannon ammo, and well, more than enough fuel to deal with him. But this is the time you kind of have to pull a poker face, because if he believes that I'm the greatest ungodly pilot that can't be killed, he's not going to kill me. So, always, never reveal your full hands, and he's going to say it here in a second. But his main issue was, you know, F3H Demon's kind of a hard, this kind of thing's kind of hard counting. But had he managed to keep it up his aim, definitely would have gotten me. He's going to play a little passively, obviously. And he is going to try to boom and zoom me. There is no ifs or buts. He is faster than me, he accelerates better, and in all technicality, has been an energy retention to me. But that only works in two things. Straight line, and going vertical. If he wants to turn to aim or turn to dogfight, he's going to lose half his speed in about 2.5 milliseconds. Kind of like the Bearcat. You know, they fly pretty similarly in that regard. The demon has some pretty substantial guns. Now, I'm playing the aggressive game. I don't want him behind me. I really don't feel like having a plane that has that much AOA on my 6. It's not a fun time. But eventually, I'm gonna realize that if I don't give him my 6, he's just simply not gonna bite. Here it comes. A little low on speed than I like. But here we are. I was trying to use this little, mountain or hill as like a cover, but he's way too close. Narrowly dodged. Oh, here she didn't even shoot. Roll in front of him just to keep him, enticed, and he commits. What he should have done was just keep going vertical or extend away. This is what killed him. Now he's got 45, 48, 20mm Hispano shells going up his tailpipe, and there's honestly nothing he could have done. Not with the way he had set himself up. He should have just kept trying to boom and zoom. I would have eventually made a mistake, especially with my only 48 cannon rounds. And usually, when you're the aggressor, you have and you can dictate the fight that well. It's just down to me making a mistake. Well, that has been playing. This has been, the channel. This has been Metoer Mk. I'm fumbling a little bit, but it's been a while. Well, you guys have a good one. See you later. Bye bye.